Alrighty guys, so after you all saw how Jed did arms and with everything, how he showed you a good 7 minute and a half minute workout on arms, I'm gonna show you. My name's Thomas Zorn, and I'm gonna show you some good core workouts that'll help tighten your abs, get rid of the pot belly you get in college with the freshman 15. So hopefully this helps. So first off, I know Ethan went over flexibility and everything, how to stretch and everything. So once you're all loose, you gotta make sure you're all loose. You're not going into this right away, and you don't want to pull something down there, especially when it has to deal with eating and those muscles. So one of my favorite ones that we're gonna start out with, it's called the dead bug, and you can use a foam roller. But if you don't have a foam roller at home like I don't, I use it at the gym. With a foam roller, you would put it, so you get set like this, and you'd put it in between your elbows right here and your knees. And you'd extend one leg at a time while keeping that foam roller in place. But if you don't have a foam roller like I don't here at home, what I do is the same thing, works the same core muscles. It works right here, the upper core. What you do is you lay down like this, bend your knees just like how it was with the foam roller. You put your arms straight in the air, and when you do one leg down, same side leg with same side arm. And then you go back. And you keep doing that for as many reps. Typically I do 3 sets of 15. You want to make sure you do 15 on each leg. So this is one, and then that's one. You do that 15 times for 3 sets. It's a great one. I love it a lot. Hits the upper core. It's really good. And then another good one for upper core and kind of overall core strength that's good is always just your basic plank. So you want to make sure when you're doing a plank, it's in like push-up position on your elbows, your forearms, but you want to make sure you keep your back straight, not like this. You don't want any arch or anything like that. You want a straight back, just like this. And I typically like to hold mine for a minute. Make sure you engage your core muscles. If I forgot to tell you that with dead bugs. But whenever you do any core exercise, make sure you engage. Like almost not squeeze, but feel like that tension, where it's harder to talk like this right here. I'm engaging my core muscles, making sure they're getting a good workout. And then a lot of these other ones, those work upper still. And you still have your basic sit-ups that you can do like this. Just a basic sit-up. Keep going. Those are good. Do those for like sets of like 15 to 25, depending on how many, reps. Do 15 to 25 reps, depending on how many sets you want. I typically do 3 to 15 for most of my core exercises and do a lot. But there's good sit-ups right there. And then another good one for your oblique or your side core muscles are just Russian twists. Now, typically, what I like to do is I get a med ball, like a 25-pound med ball, but I don't have that here at home. But the weight isn't as important as it is the form in doing so. So when you're doing these, you want to sit on your butt like this. You want to angle your back just a little bit. You don't want to be sitting straight up, but you don't want to be laying all the way back. You want to be sitting like this, good posture, keep your legs off the ground. What you want to do is just tap and twist to the side and tap the ground and then go to the next. And you want to engage your core, like I said. Make sure you're squeezing, because that way it'll engage these side obliques and these side muscles to help get a good, get your gills showing here, you know what I mean? So that's a good one. And as we continue to the core workout, I like to integrate as we went from upper core to sides, then we'll go lower, then we'll go back and things like that. So some good ones for your lower abdominal muscles that I like a lot are leg raises. So what you do is you lay flat on your back. I keep my head up just because I feel like it engages more of the upper and lower rather as opposed to just the lower core muscles. You start with your legs at a 90-degree angle. See how my body is right here? And all you do is you bring them down and you hold them right above the ground. I hold mine about 1 inch to 2 inches above the ground where your body's almost parallel. You bring them back up. You do that for 15 reps. For 3 sets like I do. It's a great workout. You feel it. It really hits down here at the bottom. And some things that help a lot of people that have stability problems, what I see is it's a good thing to do. Is if you have like a weight bar or anything that has weight that can hold you, when you're laying down like this, hold on to something down here. Like I can hold on to my dresser and this other cabinet I have right here. And that way it keep in place, makes it a little easier, but you still get the effective workout right here in your lower abdominal muscles. Excuse me, already getting a sweat. See, great core workout. I'm already building up a sweat. And then another good one for those lower core muscles or lower abdominals that we talked about other than leg raises. It's very similar to leg raises, but they help kind of build up endurance. They're almost harder, I think, personally, than leg raises. Is flutter kicks and scissor kicks. They're pretty much the same thing. They work a little bit of the different lower abdominals. The scissor ones work more your sides, whereas flutter work more in the center. But flutter kicks here, I'm going to scoot back a little bit so y'all can see. But flutter kicks, it's the same concept. You keep your head up, I like to. And then flutter kicks, you just go straight up and down. Now, you don't want to go up too high and like do all those, but you don't want to barely move them. You want to get a shorter range of motion in these kicks. And I like to do them again for like 30-second intervals, but do more sets as opposed to the other timed ones like a plank, because those hit harder right there, those flutter kicks. And then same thing when you're doing scissor kicks, the same kind of thing. I do 30-second time intervals for like 3 sets, 3 to 4. And then scissor kicks, instead of up and down, those are flutter. These are side to side. Here, I'll scoot back so you can see me a little better. These right here, side to side, those are scissor kicks. And you want to get those, how flutter kicks, we didn't want them going so high. We want to keep that shorter, kind of good range of motion, not too small, like going fast, and not going too expanded. We want it more, controlled. Same thing with scissor kicks. You don't want to go too far out, and you don't want to barely go out. You want to get a nice middle ground, range of motion, kind of keep it intact, gauge your core, make sure that all those are going good. Excuse me. And so that hits kind of like all those groups. We hit the upper and the sides and the lower. Well, then some more just to add on top of that, what I like to do are what are called suitcases. It's another great workout. You basically start off with your body almost in the same position we were for a Russian twist, but instead you extend and you lean back, and then you bring your knees to your chest. And then you extend and lean back, bring your knees to your chest. And that's a good one that hits all of them. It's really good. And then another one that I like to do is toe touches. So keep your legs at a 90-degree angle just like this. Reach your arms to the sky and try and touch your toes. That one's another good one that hits upper core muscles as you're trying to reach for your toes and touch it. And so I hope all these core exercises helped you guys in getting an understanding of what you could do in the gym to help burn off some of that belly fat and get a stronger and tight core. Because as you know, you pretty much need a tight core and a strong core for any sport. So it's just something great to have good core strength and, have it for everything. So I hope this helped. Thanks. And now the next Jared will now show you guys some great leg workouts.